YOLO, what's going on, everybody? Back out here again today to do another preemptive video, because I believe if you give someone a fish that they can eat for a day, but if you give someone a fishing pole and teach them how to fish, that they can eat for a lifetime. And if you teach that someone how to farm, well, they can feed a nation. And I say none of that lightly. And I believe that what you believe in your heart and speak in your minds will eventually become your words and your reality one day. And I've learned these things from Coach JB at the 3T Warrior Academy, and I've always learned that what you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mindset, and what gets ingrained in your subconscious mindset becomes an unconscious reaction. And I just want my unconscious reactions to be guideful and nurturing to others. I come out here because I believe it is imperative that we get back into understanding finance, because when we understand finance, we understand how the world really works. And when we understand how the world really works, we understand that everything is planned out. And I say none of these things lightly, you guys. I believe it's imperative that we invest in the longevity of this upcoming financial paradigm shift. And I'm here to document with you my journey into the digital decade and the new quantum financial system, the evolution of money, the greatest transition of wealth me, you, your kids will ever witness in our lifetimes. So with all that being said, we'll get straight into the news. I've got a bunch piled up today, a bunch that I want to talk about. The orange guy has came out and shared that he thinks that Bitcoin thinks it seems like a scam, and he talks about the US dollar should be the world currency. I do believe that he is talking about the US dollar before 1913, not the Federal Reserve note, and I think that's very important that we should talk about. And some other things that we'll go ahead and share. Let me transition my screen. But straight into it, you guys. We see that today's coin of the day is, according to the social ranking by Lunar Crush, is XRP and Ripple. Very bullish find that I found. I wanted to share with you all. You know, it's our coin every single day. The number one use case utility coin out there on the market there is. And we do not say these things lightly. See a $39 billion market cap with a 24-hour volume of $5 billion, circulating supply still of 46 billion XRP with a maximum supply of 100 billion. All the XRP that will ever be made is already in existence, and we know this. We're going to talk about the scarcity of XRP if Ripple was to settle their lawsuit today. Also, we also see that dozens of major websites go down. Google, Twitter, Amazon, PayPal, Etsy, eBay. We see Reddit, Twitch, Guardian, and many, many others. Not surprising that we've been talking about hacks and internet outages and power outages and darkness, things that we've been warned about time and time again for several years now. I mean, none of these things surprise me. So to see these things, I mean, I think it's imperative that we pay attention to the narratives being built. We've been told by the World Economic Forum that a bear flu-like cyber attack could be on the horizon, and that it would be worse than C-19. We also see that Americans face mounting risk of hackers taking over brokerage accounts. Regulators are saying. I mean, there's a reason they're saying these things, so that when it happens, you're not taken by storm. You're not in such a shock because they put it in TV, in articles, in news, in movies, time and time again. That's why I think it is very imperative that you get yourself a LE-PAL Titan, an air-gapped wallet, an anti-tamper cold storage hardware device that keeps your crypto and your currency offline. Your banks can be hit to hacks. We see the pipeline. We see meat companies. We see this and that being attacked and hacked. And even though elections can't be hacked, apparently, even though they said it could in 2016 and nobody remembers that. Anyways, your bank can be hacked too, apparently. We saw that they shut down the system in earlier this year. So I'm just saying. I got this article pulled up from Market Watch, you guys. We know that Americans face mounting risk of hacks to their brokerage accounts. It says it's not just corporations that are facing an epidemic of cyber attacks. American retail investors, you and I, are also struggling to contend with a surge in hackers taking over their investment accounts, regulators warn. The Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, the brokerage industry self-regulatory body, said in a recent notice that it has received an increasing number of reports regarding customer account takeover incidents, which involved bad actors using compromised customer information, such as login credentials, to gain unauthorized entry to customers' online brokerage accounts. I'm not going to bore you with this, but I just think it's very crazy that we see so many articles and so many things going on, and we saw that the IRS has came out and stated that they're looking into breaking into hardware, cold storage, wallets for those who don't pay taxes. Our government looking into hacking its own individual people. So I think that, these bullshit narratives is what I'm calling them. When you find out who these actors behind the hoodie really is, you're going to be really surprised. And I say none of these things lightly. We know it's always been about sustainability, and XRP is inherently green. We see that Ripple, and it says that blockchain plays a critical role in the race to carbon neutrality, and we're proud to lead fintech towards a sustainable future. We see Jesse Morris, Chief Commercial Officer with Energy Web Foundation. We know he's working with Monica Long, the General Manager of Ripple X. And we see Sheila Warren, the Deputy Head Center for the Fourth Industrial Revolution and the World Economic Forum, you guys. Very, very bullish right here. Thank you, XRP Chiz, for that. We know it's always been about sustainability. Stefan W. Huber has said, I am eagerly awaiting this answer, if there ever will be one. Dear Judge Netburn, you've already ordered us to hand over the documents to Ripple twice, but somehow we have to stall for time. After all, we all want a speedy trial extension, please. And he's mocking the SEC. I love that. Very beautifully written. He's sharing this spine from James K. Filan, another attorney in the XRP community that shares his knowledge and into the XRP lawsuit with Ripple and the SEC. XRP community, SEC news. He says SEC files request for extension of time until Friday, June 11th, to respond to Ripple's motion to compel the SEC to turn over the initial BTC and Ethereum and XRP documents Judge Netburn twice told them to turn over. So we know that the SEC stated that they had these documents, but then they said that I think it was something like they didn't have them or couldn't find them, some nonsense, but they've been ordered twice by the judge to turn them over. So let's see what happens. I do believe that we are inching closer and closer to ending this trial and this chicanery of a lawsuit around XRP being a security. The United States is the only place in the world that's deemed XRP a security. Remember that. Over 3 million digital yuan has been airdropped in Shanghai. We know China's already airdropping their digital yuan, and they plan to make it go live in next year's Olympics. We know these things. So very bullish article that I'm not going to bore you with, but it just shows that America is behind in the race, the next great space race to the digital decade with their digital currency. We see multiple countries implementing a digital currency. We know it's coming to the US. There's no stopping this. Nothing can stop what is coming. And we've been told this time and time again. You can pause and read this article. It's very short. But I'm not going to go over it. I'm going to share it in the comment section below for you to understand that this is a global push towards digitalization. Decentralized finance is where you want to head, not centralized central bank digital currencies that they are pushing the masses into. We see that Ripple asked the court to impose deadline on the SEC to produce its documents. If they have them, whether they don't have them, whatever, impose a deadline so that we can end this chicanery and this nonsense. In the Securities and Exchange Commission SEC versus Ripple lawsuit, the San Francisco-based fintech firm has accused the securities regulator of willfully refusing to hand over documents related to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. This is despite Judge Netburn's ruling on April 6, ordering the SEC to reveal communications regarding the above cryptocurrencies. The standstill is yet another example of how the SEC's case against Ripple is unraveling. It's like 8-1, 9-10-1 right now if you're really keeping count. And we're still in pre-discovery phase. This is nonsense and chicanery, you guys. We know XRP is relentless and they will not give up. So let's see what happens tomorrow and the 11th. XRP suddenly supply shock could be coming if Ripple decides to settle SEC lawsuit, says crypto legal expert. And this is another article from the Daily Huddle that I've got pulled up for you guys that I'm going to share down below. Very, very bullish about what could happen when we see financial institutions, the retail investor, governments all around the world pour into XRP after it's given clarity from this lawsuit. Very, very bullish find. I believe that a settlement agreement would likely include Ripple paying a penalty, but a penalty specifically limited to dates pre-lawsuit. A settlement would likely not include disgorgement of profits to purchasers because of the impossibility of figuring out how to disperse the funds. A settlement could also very well contain a term which includes limitations on the sales of XRP released from escrow. And it's very also, it could mean that you can only buy and trade and sell XRP if you're considered a accredited investor. And we've got to keep that on the approach here. We've got to keep that on our minds. We might be locked out of this as retail investors because they know the potential of this asset. We might be facing a buyback system like we saw gold bought back from the retail investors in the 30s, in the 1930s. They were forced to sell back their gold to the governments. And remember this, it's very important to keep these things in mind. So I suggest having a bag. I'm going to share this website article with you guys. I really want you to go and watch this 12-minute video of the attorney Jeremy Hogan discussing what SEC and Ripple settlement would look like in the effort on XRP. It's a very bullish video. 12 minutes. Jeremy Hogan makes it fun, and he's a lawyer that follows the XRP community, that shares true insight and perspectives in this court case. Very, very bullish. Follow him and John E. Deaton, you guys. Follow James Filan. 3 bullish attorneys helping XRP retail investors understand this court case. We see right here from James Rule XRP that federated sidechains on the XRP ledger, smart contracts, CBDCs, other blockchains, all the damn money. We've been told time and time again. Very, very bullish article that goes over a vision for Ripple and a federated sidechain that will not clog up the XRP interledger protocol. Over the last 9 years, the XRP community has been committed to advancing the innovation and forward progress of the XRP ledger, the XRPL, to dramatically increase its decentralization, performance, and feature set. Among the most requested features we have heard from developers and contributors to the XRP ledger is smart contract capabilities brought about by the exponential growth in decentralized finance, DeFi, the future of finance. You do your own loans, mortgages, etc., etc. In fact, the number of DeFi developers has grown 110% since 2019, and that number is projected to grow well beyond 2021. However, we at Ripple have long advocated against features that would compromise the XRP ledger's highly efficient focus on payments. Today, we are proposing a strategy that enables the best of both worlds, federated sidechains for the XRP ledger. This will enable developers to implement new features such as native smart contracts that interoperate seamlessly with XRP and the XRP ledger, while also allowing the XRP ledger to maintain its existence, lean and efficient feature set. Federated sidechains allow for experimentation and specialization for developers, so developers can enjoy the power of the XRP ledger on a sidechain that acts as its own blockchain. For example, imagine the potential to branch out into the new functionality by slimming down the XRP ledger's features to a specific subset for a particular use case, or even creating private parallel networks for a permissioned blockchain. Federated sidechains could very well make this a reality, and we see it happening, you guys. We know there has never been an asset like XRP, and we know it is the future, and everything will run off Ripple Net and XRP Interledger Protocol. And I say none of these things lightly. This is the Internet of Value, allowing true opportunity and expansion. I told you these things time and time again. Only a fool would not listen to these things and would not watch these videos to understand what is going on. Sorry for the gut check. Donald Trump claims Bitcoin is a scam. I probably should have said the orange guy. Dang it. Might have got banned for that one once Facebook hears that. Says it should be regulated. Very, very high. I don't like it because it's another currency competing against the dollar. Essentially, it's a currency competing against the dollar. Read between the lines, you guys. I've got this article pulled up. It's a very bullish find, but you need to go back and you need to understand what he's saying. I really do believe he's talking about the US dollar before 1913, when the central banking establishment, when the Federal Reserve was created. When the Federal Reserve note came into play. There's a big difference in the US dollar and the Federal Reserve note, because all you really own is the number on that piece of paper. You can really rip that piece of paper up, to be honest, because that's all it is. So read this article. I'm going to share it down below. Hopefully the orange guy doesn't get me banned. But read in between the lines, you guys. The gems of crypto. If you have $1,000 and you want to know what I would do, go buy XRP, XLM, XDC, VeChain, IOTA, Algorand, and Quant. Get a Ledger Nano or an EliPal, Titan, an AirGap secured wallet, and store it away till 2030. Don't look, touch, or sell any until then. Come back and thank me later. Hashtag generational wealth. Very, very bullish find right here. I believe in all those cryptos right there. I'm bullish on all those. I hold all those but two. I'm still looking for a great opportunity to get into Quant. I can't find IOTA on an exchange that I'm able to get it. Maybe I think it's in other. I don't know if it's for other countries or what. But very bullish on that project if you can ever find it, and a wallet to hold it in if you do find it. but not financial advice. Just documenting my journey into the digital decade. Yeah, that's what I would do too. Without IOTA or Quant, I would probably get some, Zilliqa or some Cardano or maybe even some H-bar, some other very, very bullish projects. So I wanted to share that tweet. Colonial Pipeline cyber attack ransom recovered, Feds say. So, I went over this and I've shared this again that, which one is it, you guys? That they've told us for years and years that Bitcoin is untraceable and it's not transparent as just some major ploy to get criminals to use it so that they can arrest them? Maybe. I mean, it's a good approach. Does that mean our government made it? Is that Satoshi Nakamoto? But is it untraceable? Is it not untraceable? They recovered 2.3 of the 4.4 million of the Colonial Pipeline attack that apparently the Colonial Pipeline and, Americans now and our government allowed them to negotiate with terrorists for the first time ever, apparently. So really, which one is it? Or is this another big, massive event that these private Western central bankers can hide behind to push rates of, inflation? I mean, gas hasn't went down that they recovered this money. I'm just saying the prices haven't went back down to under $2. Why not? They got the money back. I'm just saying. Pay attention, man. Understand how to really see. I got one more article shared. Before I get out of this video, I'm going to end it. I'm going to try and get back out here to do another one in a few with some more bullish information that I've got to get it out. I had some interviews. Couple phone interviews, killed both of them. Got a third one next Thursday. We'll see what happens, you guys. It's only my 402nd application out in a year, so let's see what happens. Panama to accept crypto on a national scale, and this is coming from news after breaking of El Salvador. But we see so many laser eyes coming from congressmen and from other countries on their accounts. We saw the El Salvador president with laser eyes after adopting Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies on a national scale. Well, every time we see laser eyes, we seem to get a crash in the markets, and well, just like 2017 and 18, everything's red. Not everything. I mean, we're getting a little push back up. We've got some buybacks going on, but we seem to have taken out this previous low right here. We're no longer setting higher lows on the XRP time frame. We're still well below the medium, the 21-day, the 55-day, the 200-day, the 13-day movement average for XRP in a 15, 16 going on 17-day period underneath these. Not bullish, very bearish. And when we historically take out this low, we tend to go out and take out this previous low as well. Will we see 57, 56 cents? Society of Jesus 56? I don't know. Will we see the bottom of this Fibonacci retracement level? And will we take out this 65-cent previous bottom? Only time will tell. Let's see what happens tomorrow on the 9th and the 10th as we lead into our next eclipse. I've been speaking on these 2 days very, very recently, because I do expect some fluctuation in the markets to take place in this next moon cycle, leading into the next one and the new moon. I believe these markets revolve around these things in astrology, numerology, gematria. With all that being said, you guys, I'm going to get out of this one. No video. I'll be back soon to do another one, hopefully tonight. Got some more articles and things, some bullish news that I want to share with you guys. So take care, God bless, and we'll see you soon.